Alright guys, so TGS is currently going on, and Bandai's TGS stream actually ended about an hour ago. And we did know that they were going to show two things concerning Dragon Ball games, which were Dragon Ball The Breakers and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. So breaking it down into which one was shown off first, we did get some new information about Dragon Ball The Breakers. Of course, they finally showed off Boo, and not only did they show off Boo, they instantly turned this game from some trash to godlike. Okay, I'm talking about immaculate, pristine, untouchable tier. All right, we get to play as our Lord and Savior, Farmer with a shotgun. All right, I'm getting nothing but W's in this game. Like, note, this is the first Dragon Ball game ever. I'm talking about, like, I don't think Dokkan has it. Obviously, Xenoverse doesn't have it. Fighters doesn't have it. Legends doesn't have it. Even Heroes doesn't have this character. We get to finally play as the GOAT, Farmer with a shotgun, in a Dragon Ball game, which means that they're actually embracing the meme, which is kind of fire. So yes, the two characters that we get to play is obviously the next raider, which is of course Boo. Boo does transform in the game by, you know, defeating enemies and all that good stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm actually surprised because they show Evil Boo as a part of, you know, the transformation, but you actually don't actually, you know, play as Evil Boo. It's just, you know, Boo gets pissed, then Evil Boo spawns, and then, you know, he like absorbs Boo, then turns into Super Boo, which is kind of crazy. And then of course, you can actually fight Kid or as Kid Boo as well. But they show that if you get absorbed, then you're able to kind of fight inside of Boo. That'll turn him into Kid Boo. Like, I don't know how exactly that'll work. Like, I don't think there's actually any details on how that works, but you actually get to see gameplay of you inside of Boo running around, and then if you free Fat Boo, then he'll turn into Kid Boo. So maybe when you do that, you actually get to escape, and then you have the opportunity to continue playing and all that good stuff. Maybe, maybe not, I have no idea, but I think that would probably be the most logical choice, which would be unique, but it would also be kind of a downside, because when you think about it, out of all the raiders that are available, Boo would be the only one where even when you're absorbed or quote-unquote defeated, you would have the ability of coming back to life in a sense, and that would probably make him one of the weakest raiders of them all. So I don't know how exactly that particular thing is going to work, but at the very least we got to see gameplay of Boo finally, which we do know as, you know, that character being the final raider you can play as in the game as of right now. I don't know if they're gonna add DLC or whatever the case may be, but you are able to play as Boo as well. We've seen gameplay of all three raiders now. Actually, we've already experienced gameplay with two of them, which is of course Cell and Frieza, but now you're also able to play as Boo. Not only that, there will be another beta happening very soon. Actually, I think in the next few days actually. So I don't remember the specific date, but there will be another beta for this game as well. So if they have Boo in that beta, then of course I'll be showing you guys that gameplay as well. And again, like I said, that's just the raider, and then the new survivor we get to play as is Farmer with the shotgun. I don't know if you're actually able to utilize his shotgun, which would have been kind of fire, but you do get to play as the character. We got to see new items that we're able to use as well, one of which was kind of like a trap, if you will, where I think it was Farmer with the shotgun and another character, and they were running through like an alley, and Super Boo was following them, and there was a trap set like near the exit of that alley, and when Super Boo flew into it, he kind of got stunned with electricity. So they're adding like new items and stuff to, you know, help you you know, progress with your survival and whatnot. Oh, and they also added Nimbus as well, so you can utilize Nimbus to fly away and all that good stuff. So they're adding things into the game to, you know, mix it up a bit and make it a bit more diverse, especially compared to how it was throughout the past two betas. So I am actually interested to see how all that turns out. And kind of tying this with Dragon Ball The Breakers, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 did receive their Dragon Ball The Breakers collab update as well, where Oolong ends up going to Kanton City, and you talk to him to do like special missions and all that stuff, one of which concerns you fighting Second Form Cell, who is not a playable character in the game for whatever reason, but they finally included Second Form Cell in the game in some sort of way, shape, or form, if you will. So if I'm not mistaken, that update is out now. So if you want to experience the Xenoverse 2 Cross Dragon Ball The Breakers collab event in Xenoverse 2, you can go and experience that now in Xenoverse 2 if you download the update. Now, we get into the other game, which is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Again, I'm actually very surprised that, you know, they actually are continuing doing something with this game, right? I thought it was done after we got, you know, the Trunks episode, right? Which was easily the best DLC that Dragon Ball Z Kakarot got, point blank period, right? But we are getting new DLC for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and this DLC is none other than Bardock's episode. So yes, it's going to be the story of Bardock, but no, it's not the canon Bardock. It is the non-canon Bardock. I mean, to be fair, the Bardock that we all know and love, which is, sounds kind of weird saying, but yes, this is the one with, you know, Bardock, Fasha, Tora, Shugesh, and Borgos. So in the trailer, we get to see Bardock and the crew go to a planet, and I'm assuming that they're gonna come through and start wiping out some people to be able to sell the planet and all that good stuff. But that's all they showed in terms of like gameplay, which is fine, which is perfectly fine. And of course, since it's no, you know, more DLC, yes, I will be covering this DLC when it drops. But that's not the only thing about this entire trailer that caught my interest, because they also confirmed that there is a whole second wave of DLC. So much like how the first wave had, you know, Resurrection F, Battle of Gods, and then, you know, Trunks' story as well, this is going to be episode Bardock alongside 2 more DLC that will be coming later on, which means that maybe they'll be adding some extra stuff. Maybe we will get Broly in here somewhere, which would actually be fire, because I'm gonna be honest with you, if they add Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, I'm gonna lose my mind, because you know that DLC is gonna be flames. You know that DLC is gonna be fire. And I would say, like, what? After that, then maybe Cooler. That's really it. Or if they want to do like Wrath of the Dragon, that would actually be pretty dope too, to like fight Hirudegarn and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, that's just speculation for the other 2 DLC packs. But we do know for sure that we are getting Bardock's episode, and not only that, there will be 2 extra DLCs as a part of this second wave of DLC for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which I'm actually excited for, because again, I loved the, like, well, okay, the Battle of Gods DLC really wasn't anything special at all. Resurrection F was okay, but it could have been better. But man, that Trunks DLC was amazing. Oh my goodness. And not only that, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot will be natively ported to PS5 and Xbox Series X and S as well. So, I mean, if you want to get those iterations, you can, but I mean, honestly speaking, at this point, if you already have like the PS4 version or the Xbox One version of the game, you might as well just play it on your console as is, unless it's a free upgrade. If it's a free upgrade, different story. But if you have to pay for it, and well, I'll say if you have to pay for it, then obviously if you have a PS5 or an Xbox Series X or S and you don't have the game, sure, go for it. But if you do have the game, then if it really just needs to be a free upgrade, honestly. That's just how I see it. They don't have to do it like that. Obviously, they're a company trying to make money, but it is what it is. But yeah, those were all of the details that we got concerning the Dragon Ball games that they're showing at TGS. Now, honestly, I mean, this isn't bad. Like, I was really hoping that they would at least announce, like, you know, one more thing, and it'll just be like the announcement of the next gen Dragon Ball game, right? Because as of right now, it's literally just Dragon Ball The Breakers being our next Dragon Ball game, and that's it. And if I'm not mistaken, that game drops what, next month? So I mean, it would have been nice to be like, oh, and we have another game in development. I mean, we can't show you much now, but just know that the next game will be coming out soon or something like that, right? But I mean, I guess we're gonna have Dragon Ball The Breakers, and then after Dragon Ball The Breakers is probably just gonna be Kakarot DLC, and then after that DLC, maybe we'll get another new game. Who knows? But yeah, that's everything that we got for TGS concerning Dragon Ball. But I do want to know in the comment section below, what are your thoughts on Farmer with the Shotgun and Boo being in Dragon Ball The Breakers, and of course the Bardock DLC coming to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot? Again, let me know all your thoughts concerning all of that in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.